What is up, collectors? Welcome back to the channel. This is going to be a pretty quick video. I am just purging a few things off the shelves back there. I've got a package here that I'm putting together for my good buddy Connor, who you guys know from the channel. He's been in a bunch of videos going all the way back to the very beginning, and I thought, why not go ahead and make a video about it? That'll be kind of fun. I have a few things that I've been meaning to send him forever, and I just haven't got around to it, and I have a few newer things that I don't need in my collection anymore that I'm going to pass on to him. So let's go ahead and get into it. First of all, some of you might remember a while back, Connor sent me a copy of Legend in the mail because he picked up the Arrow limited edition version and he had no need for this anymore. And I was interested in check it out. I actually did check it out last October during our Spooktober challenge that we were doing, and it kind of fits in that category. I ended up really enjoying it, and I went ahead and picked up the Arrow limited edition myself. Here it is. Look at that. So nice. Very happy to have that on the shelf. So I no longer need this anymore, so I guess I will pass that on to another friend who hasn't seen the film and just keep spreading that movie around, I guess. But in that same vein, I have a few things here that I'm going to send Connor that I know he hasn't seen, that I either already have a newer version of or plan to get a new version of here in the near future, so I don't need these anymore. Starting off, continuing with the Arrow limited edition releases, I'm going to send him the Robin Hood Prince of Thieves movie starring Kevin Costner from the 90s. I recently watched this with my wife. This is a very, very fun fantasy adventure, kind of goofy, over-the-top fantasy movie that I don't feel like we make very often anymore, and I really enjoyed it. So I am going to go ahead and buy the Arrow limited edition release that wasn't released here in the States. It was only released from Arrow in the UK, but it is a beautiful 4K version of the film, has a very nice limited edition packaging, and I plan to get that soon. Hopefully I can track that down on eBay, so I no longer need this version, so I'm going to send it to my good buddy Connor, and hopefully he enjoys that. I'm going to add that to the box. Next, another Arrow 4K release that is coming out in June that I'm definitely going to be picking up, and it is also another Kevin Costner film, and it is also another 90s fantasy film. It's Waterworld. Here it is. This is my copy of Waterworld. Don't love this packaging. I have quite a few of these back here in the silver section, and they all look exactly the same. This is the Universal 100th anniversary releases that they did. Don't love this packaging. It is kind of cool that they have this little window thing here, but I don't know. I don't like that the packaging all looks the same. Not crazy about that, so I'm going to send it to Connor. Hope you don't mind the packaging, Connor. I'm going to be picking up the 4K limited edition when Arrow releases it in June, so I'm going to go ahead and send this to you, Connor, and hopefully that'll help you decide if you want to pick up the 4K release from Arrow 2. Next up, we have another fantasy film. This is actually a sword and sorcery film that I grew up with. I absolutely love this movie. I watched it very young at a friend's house who was also into sword and sorcery and dragons. Who wasn't into dragons when they were a kid? I definitely was. And this is Dragonheart. What a classic, Dragonheart. This is just the standard Blu-ray edition. Connor has not seen this, and I think that's a crime. I think you should absolutely see it. Just last year, I picked up this German release of Dragonheart with really cool artwork on the front. The artwork on the front actually looks like it is an Arrow release, but it is not. And it has a nice slide-out case with a beautiful poster there on the bottom with kind of a Criterion-looking clear case. And there's the two discs inside with the booklet. Really, really like this edition, and I no longer need my standard edition, so I'm going to send it to you, Connor, so you can check it out. And they just released a 4K of this, so if you like it, Connor, you can check out the 4K. Shifting gears from movies and going to television for a little bit, this is a show that I grew up watching with my brothers. I've seen every single season of it. I reference it quite a bit, and I've made references to Connor, and he never knows what I'm talking about because he has never watched this show. He's only seen one episode, which I showed to him when he was here visiting with me last year. I showed him the Twin Peaks episode called Dual Spires because he's such a big Twin Peaks fanatic, and he really enjoyed it, and he was laughing a lot. So I want to show him more of that show, and I just so happened to have 4 extra seasons. This is seasons 1 through 4. I bought the Psych complete series box set. You've probably seen it back there on the shelf. If you ever wondered what that pineapple is back there, it's a show called Psych. It's kind of just a procedural detective show, kind of a mystery of the week. It's not usually my thing, but I do think the two leads have great chemistry and are very funny together. It's James Roday and Dule Hill, And the writers of the show are also huge movie buffs, and they make a ton of film references throughout the entire series. I do think the first 5 seasons are about the best this show gets. I think it starts to fall off at season 6. I think it's got 8 seasons, 119 episodes, and they're still making movies to this day. I haven't kept up with watching those, though, so I can't vouch for the quality of those movies. But I do know that these 4 seasons are a lot of fun, and I'm going to go ahead and send them to you, buddy. I know you're not a huge TV guy, but if you're ever in the mood to just kind of veg out and watch something that you don't have to think too hard about, that's not too academic, that's not too film schooly, then you can check out some of the episodes in here. They do a lot of reference episodes and parody episodes to different things. There's a Clue episode, there's a Jaws episode, there's like I said, there's a Twin Peaks episode. So yeah, if you haven't checked out Psych, maybe check it out. And I'm going to send these to my good buddy Connor, going in the box. So the box is filling up quite nicely there. We do need to add some items over to this side of the box though, and I'm going to go all the way back to the first video I ever shot on this channel. It was our top 10 Blu-ray box sets. I shot it with Connor. He was in my very first video, and he whipped out this beautiful Ben-Hur box set, and he showed it off. It's very nice. Lots of bonus features in this thing. I was very jealous, so I went ahead and bought my own copy. And then about a year ago, Connor watched the 1959 Ben-Hur movie for the first time, and we were talking about it back and forth because that's a book that I like a lot and I have read a couple times. And he was looking for a copy of the book for himself to read because he was interested, but he couldn't find a copy of it anywhere. And I said, you should have told me, because I have several copies of that laying around that I could have sent you. And here we are a year later, and I still have not sent him a copy, but I'm finally doing it. Here it is. Ben-Hur by Lew Wallace, complete, unabridged. This is an old paperback copy that I have had lying around forever. I'm going to send it to you, buddy, and hopefully you finally get a chance to read that and see how it compares to the film. So we've got 3 movies, 4 seasons of television, and a classic book. I've got one more gift for you, buddy, that I just found this online. This is not a hand-me-down. I saw this on Etsy, and I had to get it for you. Like I said, Connor is a huge Twin Peaks fan, but he's not just a huge Twin Peaks fan. He is a huge David Lynch fan in general. He loves everything the man puts out. He watches every YouTube video that David Lynch has ever put out. He puts out a YouTube video like every single week on Fridays, I think. And Connor is always right there, first in line to watch his videos. He's just a David Lynch fanboy. He's always talking about David Lynch. He's always posting David Lynch gifs in our messages. And I had to get this for you, man. I hope you don't have this already. That would be awkward, but I don't think you do. It's a David Lynch t-shirt. Look at this. How cool is that? I found this on Etsy from a wonderful artist named Nathan Gelgud, Gelgud. He's got so many classic directors on there. He's got a Pedro Almodovar shirt. He's got an Agnes Varda shirt. He's got an Ozu shirt. He has a French New Wave shirt with all of the directors in the French New Wave that is sold out. And I really hope he restocks because I really want one. But this is the David Lynch one. All his own original artwork. All of his films are represented here. You've got Elephant Man, The Straight Story, Dune, and Twin Peaks is on there too. You've got Lost Highway, Blue Velvet, Mulholland Drive, Eraserhead, and you've even got a portrait of David Lynch himself right there. Hope you really like this shirt, buddy. And I hope you wear a large, because I got a large. I immediately thought of you when I saw it, and I knew that I had to get it for you because I knew you would appreciate it. So I'm going to fold this up. I'm going to toss this right here in the box. And that is everything in my little movie care package that I'm going to send your way, Connor. Hope you enjoy it. Thank you so much for everything you've done for the channel, all the videos you've been in, all the content you've contributed to, and really just for getting me going in the first place. I don't think I would have started this channel if it wasn't for you. I owe a lot to you, buddy, and this is just a small token of my appreciation. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know this video was a little self-indulgent, but hopefully you got something out of it. I need to continue doing this. I need to continue curating my collection back here because there's a lot of stuff back here that I do not need, and I should either send to some friends or give away to Goodwill or sell on eBay or something, because there's a lot of stuff back there that I don't need. But as always, I will talk to you guys down in the comments below, and I will be back with more regular videos like movie hauls, unboxings, collection updates very soon. See you then.